Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. The song that came through for this reading was Someone You Loved by Lewis Capaldi. I'm going under in this time. I fear there's no one to save me. This all or nothing really got a way of driving me crazy. I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kind of like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kind of used to being someone you loved. I'm going under, and this time I fear there's no one to turn to. This all or nothing way of loving got me sleeping without you. Now I need somebody to know, somebody to heal, somebody to have, just to know how it feels. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kind of like the way you helped me escape. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. Let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kind of used to being someone you loved. And I tend to close my eyes when it hurts sometimes. I fall into your arms. I'll be safe in your sound till I come back around. Oh, excuse me. For now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kind of used to being someone you loved. But now the day bleeds into nightfall. And it just repeats. So, Someone You Loved by Lewis Capaldi. Check that out. Alright. The song is about love and loss. And on two levels that I felt it's somebody who, the man who wrote the song, Lewis Capaldi, was 22 years old when he wrote it. I'm not sure how old the song is. But he almost scrapped it. Completely scrapped the song more than once, I think, because he felt like it wasn't good enough. And it's probably one of the better songs I've ever heard about love and loss. And it's talking about two people in his life, a girlfriend and his grandmother. His grandmother died, I think, of terminal illness or something, and he lost her. So it's talking about that loss, and then it's also talking about this girlfriend that broke things off with him. So we could have had two losses. Somehow organ donation could be a factor, because the video shows an organ donation. The woman that died left her heart, and it was given to another woman, and he goes to visit her, and it's a very touching video. But when I started to listen to the music for this, as soon as I started the music, I started getting this feeling of being anxious, and I'm still having trouble keeping my hands steady. So somehow there may be some anxiety going on with you. I'm not really sure how much the reading will be in line with the music, but the music is significant somehow, okay? Alright, so let's see how Spirit's working in the virtues. I kind of feel that we might just get a general message here about the upcoming week of our lives somehow. Alright, how are you working in this collective in the next week when it comes to virtues? Whoa. Service. So many of us may work, have service professions where we serve others. And gratitude. So we're going to have our work and our gratitude. We're also going to have integrity in our work and have joy in our lives. Beautiful energy collective. So you're serving, you're grateful, you have joy, or this is what Spirit's trying to accomplish in our lives. And overall, we're going to maintain our integrity. That's very important. This will keep you out of a lot of trouble, maintaining integrity. Alright. So I'm here to use the red deck to get the tarot energy of how Spirit's working overall in our lives over the next coming week. Show me how you're working in this collective over the next week in our lives. May I see, please? Ophiuchus is here. We have Ophiuchus strong. These two cards are both Ophiuchus. I designated that as such, and so that's how I use them. We have faith in reverse and charity upright. Charity is unconditional love. It's like I'm helping you to not have faith in your own giving, this service. You've lost faith in giving, loving unconditionally. So somehow you don't have any faith in unconditional love. That's how Spirit's working. Don't put faith in unconditional love. Don't put your faith in this unconditional love. I'm trying to help you to see not to feel like you have to give too much of yourself. Okay? Because if you're serving, you know that you can give too much of yourself. You have to have self-care along with your giving. Okay? You have to take care of you have to fill your cup first before you try and serve anybody else. Because it's like being on an airplane and the plane's about to go down. You have to put your oxygen on first. And then you can help other people to get their oxygen on. Okay? Alright, what's the energy to overcome? Because that feels like it could be energy to overcome. What's the energy to overcome for this collective in the coming week? So we're people who have a tendency to give a lot or take a lot. What's the energy to overcome? Somebody could have a heart transplant significant to their life somehow. The High Priestess, Justice, and Death. Wow, that's powerful energy right there now. This is like, there's a transformation happening. Something's being made right. And using your intuition. So it's like you're using your intuition about something being made right. Something could be legal as well. That something could be something legal. There's a lot of Scorpios here very strongly. To have a Scorpio placement. There's a lot of changes happening. So the energy to overcome is all this change and your intuition, using your intuition about a lot of change and something being corrected. Alright, what's going to pull it together? There's my Leo. There's going to be a Tower. Strength is here. The Tower and the Emperor. So we have Leo and Aries here very strongly. Being strong during a moment of clarity or an event. And in your masculine side, there's Sagittarius. We have the fire signs in the house real strongly. This is bringing you to a place of control, self-control. You're having the ability to control yourself. Alright. So, let's look at the various ways that Spirit's working in our lives. How about that? Let's look at the energy oracle. Let's see what the energy oracle would bring to the conversation. Energy oracle, may I see please? We have that storm warning and the thinking man. There's a man who's thinking about a storm. They're going through a time of difficulty. Hostilities in the thinking man. So this person is even hostile. That's the feel this has. Like, I want this to be made right. I know what needs to be made right here, and I want it to be made right. Thinking man and adjacent possibilities. Thinking about some other options you may have to make this right. Somebody is using their intuition and wants to make something right. They want to transform a situation. But that's the energy to overcome. So maybe you're wanting to change a situation that you have no control over. And then we have a woman holding a heart and adjacent possibilities. So, all right, Spirit, show me what's your time. The Magician in the Mirror, victory, unhealthy attachments in reverse, indecision upright, and walking away in reverse. Woo. So you're manifesting victory, and we see that here. You're letting go of unhealthy attachments, and you're undecided about whether or not you should walk away from a situation. And it has to do with a woman holding a heart. And taking action is trying to come out of the middle of the deck with your stability as well. Alrighty then. Good for you, collective. You're letting go of unhealthy attachments. That's awesome. Somehow you're undecided about coming back to something. You're considering a decision that would bring you back to something that you walked away from. Let's see what happened in that situation. How did that happen, Spirit? You felt helpless, and it was about support of a friend. You felt helpless about friend support. Or you may feel helpless. You feel helpless and you're stalking. Somebody may be stalking you who feels helpless. You're healing and you feel helpless. Alright, may I see how this happened, please? Somebody shut down. I'm swearing off dating. I have no desire to be with anyone. So somebody shut down. That's how this happened. They shut down. Alright, what's being hidden? That there's no escape. There's no way out of this. And I see here that somebody wants out. And they're even using their intuition, but somebody hasn't learned a lesson here. Alright, what's being shown? That somebody's moved on. And I choose you in reverse. So it looks like somebody moved on because they didn't get chosen. Alright, what's going to happen next? You have no choice when it comes to having your freedom, a friendship, and I love you. Your choice is here, but it's in reverse. So you have a choice, but you don't think you have a choice. When it comes to freedom, friendship, and I love you. That's what's going to happen next. It looks like somebody shut down because they didn't get chosen. They moved on. But they feel like there's no escape. Secretly, they feel like they can't move on. Like they're stuck. But what's going to happen next is it's going to be your choice, but you feel like you don't have a choice. You have to have freedom. You have to have friendship. And you have to have I love you. And then on the bottom of the deck is being alone, solitude. So it looks like somebody here is going to decide to go solo. To be alone. Because they want to have friendship and to be able to express their feelings of love to a friend. And it could just be a friendship love. I love you more than I have ever found a way to say to you. I'm more comfortable being friends than being lovers. Freedom for friendship and I love you. I don't think you're more comfortable with this person just being a friend in this case. You feel like you have to have freedom from something. Because of a friendship and I love you. And you want to be alone, solitude. Okay. Now we see what's going on here, somewhat. Alright, let's see if we can get more details about how it happened though. Have sex. That's always how it happens, right? Especially when you're dealing with friendship. Once you cross that line, there's no turning back. Sometimes you can read, you know, some people are able to, even after crossing that line, to maintain friendship with somebody and let them move on to other people. Some people are able to do that. Alright, show me how this happened. Somebody shut down, remember. How did this happen? Good, strong answers only, please. Somebody could have blonde hair, dirty blonde hair, long, dirty blonde hair. And it looks like this person that wants their freedom is the masculine in this friendship. You are not being heard, and it's time for anal. It could be same sex. You're not being heard, and it's time for anal. Examining a matter a little deeper. So either you're examining this deeper, you're pissed off and you're being an asshole, or you're same sex and you're not being heard. Say that shit again louder. You felt like you weren't being heard and somebody was being an asshole, or you were looking into this deeper. Alright, what's being hidden here? What was being hidden here? What was being hidden here? Good, strong answers only, please. That's a lot of cards. That you wanted to be solo, single, go all in or get out. You can't say thank you enough, but you're irritated. So, you wanted to be single, but secretly you knew you had to either go all in or get out. And we see that you want your freedom. Somebody can't say thank you enough secretly. They deserve a medal for putting up with somebody's ass. And somebody's irritated. Eat, cuddle, sleep, repeat. So secretly you felt like there was no escape, but you wanted to be alone. You knew you had to go all in or get out. You feel like you can't be grateful enough. We see gratitude here. Alright. What's being shown? You're going to listen and be on the same team. You're on the same team. Play like it. Listen. You still don't effing get it. You're irritated with somebody. Somebody's being an asshole and they won't listen. You want to be alone. You feel like you have to either get out. I feel like you feel like you can't, but you need to get out. Because you can't be grateful enough and this irritates you. You're never grateful enough to somebody secretly. Or they feel like you're not grateful. Alright, what's going to happen next? You're going to just say those 5 little words, and it's going to be time to talk money. You want to go on a real date. It looks like you're going to ask somebody for money so you can go on a date. And love can hurt like hell. Breathe through that shit. Okie dokie then. Alright, I guess that's what's going on here. Let's see if we can find out a little bit more though. I feel like we need to find out more here. You're letting go of unhealthy attachments. And it looks like it has to do with charity. Not having any faith in charity. Honesty and a reminder. Let's see how this happened, please. Give me more details about this. Obedience and honesty. That has that justice side. Denial about honesty. Alright, how did this happen? Oh, wait. Nyx, may I access your wisdom, please, about how this happened? May we get a deeper understanding from Nyx. Whoa, that flew out. Risk came out. It came out in a sideways. It's like somebody is taking a risk. They're going to just jump off this cliff and see what happens. I think when you shut down, you freed yourself from something. Alright, what's being hidden? Loyalty and not listening. Somebody's loyalty is hidden. So there's loyalty, but it's hidden. There's this new start, this fledgling. It's about a brand new beginning. Somebody very new at something. And listening. There's a sense, this is the sense of listen, but they're not listening. So it's like your loyalty is secret. Explain to me what's going on here. Read them all upright, I'm hearing. So, your loyalty is here secretly. You're listening secretly. And the fledgling is here. That's like a baby almost to feel. Like somebody new to this. Alright. What's being shown? I'm going to get more about that. You took an oath and you don't want to be trapped anymore. Moved on because I didn't choose you. I got to get out of this situation that I feel like there's no escape from. I have to get freedom here. Secretly, it's because of your loyalty, listening, and then the fledgling. And I just want to tell you what the fledgling means because that's the only one that I'm having trouble communicating. But it's the sense of this fool, this risk. Somebody was willing to take a risk because of their loyalty secretly. Because of listening. And because of the fledgling. Alright, this fledgling is what this is. This is a time for you to remember that you cannot know things until you experience them. Being in this evolving state means you may stumble a bit. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. Now is the time for being gentle with yourself as you step into your destiny to become the beautiful person you're meant to be. When the fledgling appears to you, it's a sign of new growth and wonderful new opportunities. Step forward with curiosity and willingness to learn and discover. And it has to do with listening and loyalty. Listening. In my house of night, there will be a beautiful girl with skin the color of dark honey. So you may have dark skin. Who has the gift of poetry. You might be a poet. She is able to weave tales with great detail and expression, yet without being obvious or straightforward. Read between the lines and finding true meaning. Reading between the lines and finding true meaning are what are required right now. Listen and learn. What others don't say is what is important at this moment. So it's not what somebody said, it's what they wouldn't say. And their loyalty. That's secretly what's going on here. It's not what they said, it's what they wouldn't say. And it's about them expressing this love to a friend. Alright, so what's going to happen next? So somebody made a promise here, and they feel like they have to get out of a situation they're trapped in because of it. What's going to happen next? Oh, that's a lot of cards. You're going to get your healing. You're going to be your individual self. You're not going to put on any airs. You're going to realize you belong, and you're going to be this high priestess of fire. The fire signs are here very strongly this week. And rigid is on the bottom of the deck. Being rigid. So you're going to stick to your convictions. The Grove, I know, is about healing. The individuality is about being your authentic self. Belonging is about knowing you belong. I just want to tell you what the High Priestess of Fire means, because it's different than you would imagine. Whenever the High Priestess of Fire arrives, she reminds you of your ability to create your own reality and to choose how you channel your energy. If you are restless, call upon the High Priestess of Fire for inspiration and joy, and she will release you from the trap of boredom. Fire brings warmth and light, but it also burns when it's allowed to get out of control. Spend your energy creatively, not impulsively, and guard yourself against burning out. Use your fire wisely and let your light shine brightly. So you're going to stop investing in things that aren't moving in the right direction that your life needs to go in. You're going to stop investing your energy and your time unwisely. To be honest with you, it looks like somebody here is getting out of a situation because of it being an unhealthy attachment. Somebody was not loyal, and you're reading between the lines, and you're keeping an oath, a promise about not being trapped. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay. Somebody took a risk because they felt like somebody was an asshole and they weren't being heard, so they shut down. You shut down on somebody because it was unhealthy. And you were reading between the lines. Loyalty is here. You're on the same team. There's a lot here about listening. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on here. Here, show me which way to go. There's something that's not being said, but it's being heard under somebody's illusions and frozen. Intimacy and illusions. Maybe you thought you were close to somebody and you weren't. Resentment and intimacy. Alright, secretly, the secret of the heart about how this happened, please. Tension. There was tension. We feel that. We feel the tension here. What was being hidden? An apology. A misunderstanding. Somebody having depth and roaming wild. Complexity. Awareness. Importance. It's like somebody misunderstood the importance of an apology for roaming wild. Alright, what's being shown? Dark influences and divine masculine. And what's going to happen next? There's our loyalty. Somebody's going to stop being conflicted about their loyalty. And deja vu. This has happened before. You've had this happen to you before. This same situation happened before. And now you find that it's happening again. Remember I said somebody hadn't learned their lessons? Alright, talk to me about why our faith and our charity are here. The King of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So we have Ophiuchus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Scorpio again, Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and Sagittarius. The Ace of Wands and the Two of Swords. Alright, why is faith here in reverse? What have we lost our faith in? Six. The Chariot, the High Priestess, and the Six of Cups. Wow. This High Priestess right here. This is somebody who has gifts, spiritual gifts. And then the memories. There's somehow memories. Somebody wants to move. And they're using their intuition about some memories. Alright, why is charity here? Why is charity here? Because of the Five of Wands and the Three of Swords. So unconditional love here is about fighting and having somebody hurt you. A lot of people ganging up on you and fighting with you and hurting you. But you don't have any faith, even though it's like you want to get over this and use your intuition about these memories when it comes to fighting and being hurt. Alright, why is the High Priestess here? We see her here twice. Because of the Eight of Swords. This is that anxiety I'm feeling. And the Seven of Wands. So you're having to be defensive. This High Priestess right here is anxious and having to defend themselves. And we see here that they've been fighting with somebody and it's caused them to get hurt. Alright, why is Justice here? This is what's being made right. That's the anxiety I'm feeling. What's the Justice here? The Ten of Pentacles. That's a lot of abundance. Oh, I'm so sorry. Why did I see the Ten of Pentacles here? This doesn't even look like a Ten of Pentacles. It's a two. It's a two. It's about equal give and take. Balancing out a situation that we were about to drown in, it looks like. And getting away from this on a bicycle that has a huge front tire. Alright, why is Death here? This is what's being transformed. The King of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Because somebody is not... This is a Scorpio. They're blind by their love to the point where they don't take stock of the wrongs that are done to them. This person doesn't... Like, they know that they were hurt, mistreated, abused, used. Intuitively, they knew it was happening when it was happening. This person was not surprised by any of this. They know what happened. They have memories of what happened. But they have so much love for this person that they're willing to overlook that. That's the energy to overcome, though. Stop being willing to overlook somebody hurting you. Alright, now that makes more sense. Why is strength here? That's our Leo vibe. Because of injustice and Three of Pentacles. You're being strong when it comes to an injustice in a three people that are working together. You're combining things together and working with somebody else. But there was an injustice. This is what's going to pull it together. An injustice in the work aspects here. Why is the Tower here? Why is the Tower here? This is the clarity that's coming here. A Page of Cups and Judgment. This could definitely be something legal. This is the friendship. You're realizing that you used bad judgment when it came to a friend. And it could have caused legal repercussions. Or there was legal aspects involved somehow. Alright, why is the Emperor here? Because of the Ace of Wands. What is the Ace of Wands in this situation? A Page of Pentacles. There's this spark and an idea. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? That's not a lot. Cancer's here. Oh no, I'm sorry. Why do I keep calling things the wrong thing? There's my unconditional love. There's walking back. And there's an Aquarian vibe here. So, this idea is a spark that's giving you this inspiration and these thoughts that this person is unconditionally in love. And they want to come back so there can be hope. And we saw that underneath. It's like you want to be out of a situation where you're stuck because of a friendship. There's unconditional love for this. And a need to decide, do I go back or not? Should I go back or not? Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Why is Temperance on the bottom of the other deck? Because of the Knight of Cups. Being patient to show somebody love. Getting out of a relationship so you can show somebody else love, and it's a friend. How does that friend feel? Strength is here. The Nine of Wands is here. The Nine of Cups is here. And the Nine of Swords is here. Jesus, have mercy. They're being strong, but they're conflicted. And they want to have wish fulfillment. But it would be a lot of burden and anxiety to have this wish fulfillment. So they're being strong. They feel like they're strong. They are strong. Leo's here. But they feel like maybe they wish they could be strong, but in fact they are. It's like, is there ever going to be an end in sight here? That's how they feel. It's like, is there ever going to be an end to this so I can have my wish fulfillment? And realizing that this is keeping me up at night, worrying about having this wish fulfillment. It's like, what? You have 3 9s and an 8. Nine energy is like when you're getting over something. This is why you're shutting down. Because something's making you happy, but in order for you to have that happiness, you have to be burdened and anxious. And that's not really happy, is it? You could have had an argument with somebody. That's how they feel. Conflicted. Conflicted about loyalty. That's the one who's conflicted about somebody's loyalty. And there's more negative here than positive, just so you're aware. When it comes to your part in this. Yeah, your wishes are true here. You're getting what you want, but you're getting it at the expense of your mental health. There's a lot of fighting. You're being hurt. And you're realizing, I have to overcome this. I don't care how much history I have. I don't care how long I've known this person. I've got to get out of this. It's affecting my peace of mind. Okay. So, all there is to do now is move on. I mean, that's all we can do now is move on. There's no way we can stay in this kind of energy for long. It just won't work. Talk to us, Spirit. What are we not seeing here that we need to have the courage to change? We need to get the courage to change. All right, what's being hidden? That it's fate. A divine detour. The Venus is here with making an offer, but the offer came out in reverse. Oh, wait, here's another card. There's two aces here. Venus is here, and an Ace of Cups is here. Secretly. So it's like the universe is encouraging somebody to make an offer. And it's going to be fate, a divine intervention for this offer. Somebody needs to stop having so much doubt. Alright, what's being shown? That you love yourself. That you're waiting for the right time. There's control tactics. And an Ace of Wands also. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Because there was not an apology. Remember this secret apology over here? This is a spark that's leading to an apology, maybe. What's the control tactics? Ego. You have a lot of chemistry, passion, but there's ego here. There's vanity. There's pride. And somebody is wearing a facade about their beliefs. Alright, what's going to happen next? You're going to have confusion and illusion. Neptune is here. And a reunion with a soul tie. An unexpected storm. Why is there confusion and illusion? Because it's dark, shadowy time. Dark side of the moon. Candace. Why did I say Candace? Cancer is here. The moon is confusing you. What's the confusion, though? Your north node, your life purpose. Alright, what else? Your life purpose is confusing you. And also the fact that you're having disharmony, triggers, and conflict. So all this fighting that's going on over here, that's caused so much heartache, that's what's confusing you. You have a lot of past lack and suffering. So what's going to happen, though, with this reunion? And that's the transformation that was trying to come out right there. There's going to be a rebirth. Winter is here. Clarify the rebirth. It's about stability, harmony, and flow, or the lack thereof. What's going to happen with the stability? You're going to have assistance from your spirit guides for party, external party. Clarify what that means. That's the decision that has to be made because of somebody being detached and cold. And what would you suggest we do here, Spirit Guides? Since you're helping, you're going to have this union and have communication about it. You're going to have a reunion with somebody. Right now you're thinking about it and isolating. Somebody's closed off. Somebody's very closed off to this reunion. They don't want this reunion. Show me where the Divine Masculine is here. I think that's what's being realized over here, is that somebody is no longer interested in this reunion. Where's the Divine Masculine? Wearing a mask and refocusing. Where is our Divine Masculine Spirit? Divine timing and refocus. Where's our Divine Masculine Spirit? This is the one that's having to have the forgiveness. Where's our feminine, Divine Feminine? This is the one that's bound. And there's an offer being made. They're the one that's coming out of their situation that they're bound in, and they're getting an offer. What's connecting these two? A conclusion, an ending of something. Can you clarify the ending? Divine Feminine is here, and devotion. So this Divine Feminine's devotion is what's ending. They're not going to be devoted to somebody anymore that hurts them, uses them, confuses them. It's almost like a contradiction in this whole reading. It's like the whole thing is a big contradiction. Why is Divine Masculine needing forgiveness or having to forgive? Because of being at a crossroads. What do you mean at a crossroads? There's Divine Masculine coming out. Divine Masculine and amused, being creative, and not having so much pride and ego. They're at a crossroads about their creativity. That's what the forgiveness is about some creativity. Maybe they're watching somebody else. Somebody here has a lot of tattoos. Once again, we have the Divine Masculine and Feminine here, which means that in some way, this person is probably going to run into you somewhere. Because when they come out together in a reading like this, they're very close to being together. Something could change over the next few days that could change that. It happens. But right now, if things continue in the motion that they're in, you will run into this person somewhere. Soulmate and support. What do we need to know that we're not seeing yet, Spirit? May we see. This person may also have a very close shaven head. Support and go slow. So slow down on your support. An apology and go slow. There needs to be an apology somehow here. Alright, talk to me, Spirit. What do we need to know? You're having to have acceptance and wait. Why are we doing that? Because of passion and integrity. Because somebody's having integrity. And they want to try something they've never tried before. Maybe children are also a factor. Anything else we need to know? Your rejection is here. And obsession. You're not using your intuition somehow about rejection. Why is obsession here with rejection? Because you're being patient while you're on different pages with somebody. Why are they on different pages? It's because of strictly sexual and awakening. So somebody may have been rejected here, and one of you might feel like it was strictly sexual and you're awakening to something. What are they awakening to? That they want to break up with somebody. Why? Because they want to take a leap of faith when it comes to their addiction. And where will that lead? To a soulmate and boundaries. And put away the computer. It's fate and it's protected. What's going to happen to the one having integrity over here? It's a friendship that you can trust. And it's protected. So yeah, you do have a friend. And it looks like you have somebody else that's a soulmate. Or they might be your soulmate. Ooh, what a complicated reading. I don't feel like I've done any justice to this, but I'm hoping that you can get something out of it. What would this Divine Masculine say here? This one that we see showing up at the crossroads. I miss being with you and I watch your social media. What would this Divine Masculine say to the feminine? I'm not over you. I miss hearing your voice. I won't let you down. Your intellect arouses me and I do love you. What would she say to him? Will you ever make things right? I watch your social media on the bottom of the deck. So she wants to know if they're ever going to make this right. What would they say to that? I have trouble with intimacy. So they're having trouble making this right. I can be myself with you. They're having trouble talking to you about this apology, I think. Or about any of this. That's why they haven't made it right. What are you wanting to do here? Even though you have trouble with intimacy. What are your desires here? I can't reach out. I have too much to lose. And I can't be with you. I don't know what comes next. So that's the truth right there. And I think that you're going to have to move on. And I think that you've already accepted that. You're already doing that. But somehow the universe is about to make it a little opportunity here for the two of you to see each other somehow. Unless something changes. But as of right now, that's what I'm seeing. Alright, show me what your best friend would say about this situation. Make time to create and trust your gut. Make time to create and trust your gut. What would the angels say about this situation? The truth and beauty. Somehow you need to say the truth and the beauty about this. Truth about beauty. Alright, what else? Truth and beauty. Joy. Putting people, places, and things where they need to be. Communication and your faith. With purity on the bottom of the deck. Alright, let's see what your higher self would say to you about this situation. Higher self, what would you say here? I'm getting real hot. Your higher self would say, in divine timing, you're going to have a better perspective about this change. And you'll have gratitude. I know you wanted to hear that, didn't you? Okay. Okay, let's see what you can do to love who you are while you're waiting for this change that's happening here, or this reunion that's going to happen here. How can we love who we are here? Become a wonder hunter and harvest the honey. You gotta let somebody off the hook here. 32. Yourself, maybe? Your ability to withstand the mundane is sometimes brutal, and sometimes brutal realities of this world is in equal proportion to how well you willingly court wonder. A wise woman once taught that our work in the world is to pay attention, which is mostly standing still and learning to be astonished. Remember, listen, read between the lines. Now is the time to intentionally create space for wonder. When your heart is full of awe, it becomes a magnet for the magic that lives all around us. but is rarely glimpsed. It's time to become a partner, embrace enchantment. And number 7, so look for opportunities to be amazed by Spirit. Number 7, let them off the hook, but more importantly, let yourself off the hook. Forgiving another doesn't mean you need to accept their presence in your life or agree with their behaviors, but it does mean that you recognize carrying resentments is like poisoning your own well. That goes for your relationship between you and you as well. Forgive yourself. It doesn't matter how big or little the error or how conscious or unconscious you were at the time of the falter. What matters is that unforgiveness is a bitter pill and your life is too precious to swallow that toxin. When you forgive, you harvest the medicine inside the wound, sweet as honey. That's the forgiveness we keep seeing. And hopefully we'll be able to come to the place of this forgiveness. It does look like you're going to have some kind of interaction, whether it be a phone call, a text message, or some kind of communication from this person. And if you initiate it, then your outcomes are probably going to be pretty good. If that's something you want to do, is to talk to this person, you have a good chance of that happening now. And they're struggling with intimacy issues, is what it looks like to me. So they're having a hard time telling you how they feel here. And it may be the apology that they're having a hard time with. The White Sage card came out for you, and Earth Goddess. Well, let's see what's being said here. Number 23. It's safe to let things unfold as they will. You don't need to fix things nor try to force something to happen. The universe is already working things out for you. There's no need to question your vision or your intuition just because situations are working out differently to how you thought they would. The universe is a little bent and certainly has a sense of humor, but ultimately it is kind and knows the best way to accomplish all that needs to happen. You are very much part of this. All things will come together in the correct way at the best time. The universe has your back. Trust that you are being helped. And number 44 is to live the dream, we have to surrender the fantasy. This can be painful. It feels like the end, when in fact it's the beginning. Once the pain passes, there is joy of what we have yearned for coming to life. It may not be as perfect as the fantasy, but it will be real and it can nourish us. We can build our appetite for life with dreams, but we cannot be fed by them. The soul requires real life experience to become fully alive, to have experiences and grow. There's a fantasy that wants to become reality for you. Don't let a few gritty moments of human imperfection prevent you from experiencing the joy of heaven on earth. So maybe you're not open to this reunion. Number 12. STTEKVU. KCMNIGC8. NDTXGPA10. CCUUFDL number 6. FDPNPNB number 11. JPSUDVO number 2. MLGGFV7J number 1. I don't know where the 7 came from. WHMKJOP1. One more time. 10. CENJYHF. Alright, let's get trinkets. think it's food spirit for whoever might be resonating here. It's a lot of trinkets. A piece of selenite. I have a lot of fortune cookies. Maybe you like Chinese food. Consider your impressions and follow them sometimes. Let the spirit of adventure set the tone. She might be leaving to go somewhere. Jesus. I have skulls, a turtle, a unicorn, a rose. Your name could be Rose. A wave, a skeleton key, a butterfly, the word beautiful, the word love. Find joy in the journey. Two hearts connected. Live in the moment. A leaf for the fall. An anchor. A seahorse. A baby seahorse. A tree of life. Dream, hope, trust, love. And an elephant with a long trunk. Trinkets from this other bowl spirit. A piece of sea glass. The ocean is significant. A piece of crystal. It's a beautiful crystal too. I don't know if you can recognize that or not, but I'd like to know what it is. 3 keys. 2 big ones and 1 medium-sized key. I love you to the moon and back. Wings or the military pendant. A feather. 2 more feathers. You might be finding a lot of feathers. A light bulb. I Ching message. Check the I Ching. There's a gear or metalhead. A skeleton hand. A tower. There's our tower. An anchor. A lot of anchors. A ball and a tramp stamp. You might have a tattoo somewhere. Alright, I guess we're going to leave it there. I hope you got something out of this and that you'll have a wonderful week. And I have to go to my mom's house for my daughter's birthday. So I'm trying to get those private readings done because I really could use the money. But I'll have to see how much time I have left because I also have to get some things ready for work on Monday. So thank you for your patience with me. This weekend has flown by. I can't believe how fast it's gone by. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.